For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on a really nice pole tent from Kampa. So this here is the Kampa Hayling 4. They also do a Hayling 6 as well, which is exactly the same in terms of design, just obviously dimensions are bigger to accommodate 6 people rather than this tent which obviously does 4. It's a really nice sort of style and actually plenty of height for such a small footprint in this 4, like I said, even with the 6. Joys of it again, it uses a really good quality fabric, so it's 5000mm hydrostatic head, so very waterproof, more than anything that the English world is going to chuck at it. You've got this beautiful sort of open canopy, as well as then sort of a decent sized living area into a sleeping area as well. A few things to mention about this particular tent. Obviously you can buy what they call a vestibule, which a vestibule is basically a canopy that shuts this all off if you want to make this enclosed. So it really does change the aspect of the tent and certainly is a really nice addition you can add to the Hayling. Other things to bear in mind are things like the footprint and also the carpet. Footprint goes underneath the tent to keep the base completely dry because it's got a sewn in ground sheet, also against extra layer against stony rocks and pegs. And then the carpet, obviously more of a luxurious item, adds more warmth to the tent and just makes it a bit more homely on the inside. Two main doors, you've got the canopy door, which is this part here, so underneath here, with the rain-safe canopy door here, you can quite happily, even if it's chucking down rain, leave this door open, enter, and pretty much as you please. And then you've got this little side door here as well, which is a really nice extra, which comes actually with king poles. So with the king poles, you can bring the canopy out and create more of just an open canopy over that sort of side door. So that, again, because it comes with it, it's not something else that doesn't really, other companies don't tend to offer that. So it's a little bit extra for your money. It uses fiberglass poles, and the unique thing about this particular tent is the fact that all the poles are the same, so it doesn't matter which order they go in, you can mix them up as much as you like. So certainly from a pitching point of view, that makes things a lot simpler. There is a pitching video of this particular model of me and my colleague Chris pitching it, as well as actually we've used this model through a tutorial video of how to pitch a tunnel tent, which you can check out of course on our YouTube channel and also our website. But we'll take a little look inside and talk through a few little features that you may not quite realise on the inside. So let's have a look. So now we're inside the Hayling. First you can see is get a bit more grasp for the different sections you've got in the tent. So you've got obviously the nice big open canopy which you can see from the outside, but then also a doorway into the main sort of living area. So for the 4, which this one is, obviously you've got a fairly sizable living area, not necessarily massive, but then again for this sort of tent, ideally for weekends, it's more than you probably will need. The 6 on the other hand actually is double the depth, so really it comes out to a good distance, to be fair. And one thing, you know, it gives you plenty of room in there for a couple of tables or chairs and create your own sort of home from home. One of my main sort of things I do love about this tent is the fact that the walkway into the canopy area is completely flat, so there's no lip or anything to trip up on. So yeah, again, with younger kids, you don't have to worry about that at all. Beautiful PVC windows in the front, not only in the canopy area, but in the main living area as well. So you get loads of light coming inside, make it feel nice, bright and airy in here. Also, what you've also got is your curtains, so you get your privacy when you want to as well. So they've actually come to little pockets just down the bottom here, and then it'll just toggle up into position as and when you need it. Alternatively, like I said, you can pack them down into little pockets, and then you've got a small little toggle just to retain them. And that's the same with sort of the main 2-3 windows here. On the side door there also is a window as well, so if you never wanted to use that and just use it as an extra, not an entrance, but an extra ventilation point, you can do. The side door, which we've also saw from the outside, is the fact it's lovely and fully meshed. So you can get a good circulation of air, so you can also use the main door with the king poles like I mentioned, have that out to protect that door against rain, but you've got a circulation of air flying in through that mesh panel. Ventilation is a key thing really in any tent, and yet again you've got beautiful panels along the top as well as in the bedroom area, just to give you a circulation air to keep it fresh and help combat condensation. One thing that's also worth mentioning is the small little things you can't quite necessarily see, things like places to hang lanterns. So you've got little tabs, not only here, one here as well, which you can hang a lantern, and then you've got Velcro tabs running down the side so you can have a cable linked down to wherever you want to. There's 2 cable entry points at the front just there, so it doesn't matter which side you pitch up to, which remains hook up, you can quite happily accommodate it. Moving on to the sleeping area, because this is obviously the 4, it's the 4 berth, it's a 2 and a 2. The 6 berth is still one whole in a bedroom, so it's just a 3 and a 3. They both all come with a divider, so it's actually what they call a zip divider, so zip down either sides, but not along the bottom. Obviously that means you can have it as big open 4 berth if you wanted to. You've got storage pockets really nice and neatly here, so you can put keys, phones, torches, that sort of thing, just to declutter the whole living area. And then you've also got additional pockets inside the bedroom area for, like I said, torches, something like that. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and need to go to the loo, you can probably reach to the pocket, grab your torch out, and off you go. So that's quite a nice little thing as well. Beautiful big, again, ventilation panel, mesh panel in the main door, so you can quite happily get circulation there without having all those bugs and critters coming inside. One thing also is to mention is they actually try and colour coordinate the tabs to make you easier to find out where the inner bedroom goes. Initially when you get the tent, the inner bedroom's not put in, so you can quite happily put it in the first time and leave it in the whole time you actually take it up and down. So you've got a little green tab, red over that side, and then sort of an orangey yellow on that, just to make it simpler where it goes. One thing as well is the amount of head height you get throughout a tent. Me being sort of 6'2", 6'3", standing up in the middle or even the corners doesn't seem to be an issue. And more importantly, when it gets changed in the mornings, standing up in the bedroom compartment, no problem at all. In fact, there's so much head height, you can sort of almost nearly lift my arm up, and bear in mind that actually helps, because it's quite a small footprint, to make it feel brighter an area, having that height throughout the tent. But really impressive model. Certainly we've done something for the past few years, and you can see why, because in terms of the price points it's at, for what you get, it's ideal for couples, for families, and like I said, with the sort of 4 and the 6-man versions, the choices are pretty much there. One thing I would always, like I said, advise to buy, really, like I said, on the outside is a footprint, just to keep the base all clean. That for me is an essential item, whereas the carpet's more of a luxury item. But in essence, really strong model from Kampa, and certainly one that we'll be stocking for this season. And you can see why, the quality of the material, the zips, and just the way the functionality of it is brilliant. So in essence, a bit of a winner here for the Kampa Hayling 4 and also the Hayling 6.